Gilligan's Island, a game by Bally Pinball, made in 1991. Credited as being technically the first DMD game that ever came to production by Bally. While Terminator 2 is typically credited as being the first DMD game, it was the first game designed to have a DMD in it from Bally Williams, but due to the production taking longer, Gilligan's Island, being a simpler game, actually came to market sooner, therefore being the first official DMD game for Bally Williams. The game sold around 4,100 units and was designed by Ward Pemberton and had great artwork by John Usey. It's kind of an unusual design. It's really a simple game. It's not too deep in the rules, but it is fun and always makes you want to come back and play just one more game. I'm lucky enough to have a thought-to-be-believed home-use only example of this game. Came from Arizona, and it's now currently in Chicago. The game is in great condition, as you can see. Cabinet's not faded at all, as a lot of these were back then. Has nice bright colors. Everything is working great. As far as the rules on this game, this is one of the only games I've ever seen where the entire rule set can almost be seen on the back glass. It's really a simple story. You can see the professor there pointing to the island of Kona, and the island is also seen down here on the playfield. So the whole premise of the game is that Kona up there is about to explode. He's getting very angry, and you as the player need to save the island from getting blown up by Kona. If the lava erupts, everyone's going to die. So in order to save the island, you have to get the professor's ingredients. So the professor is over here writing down all the ingredients and mixing up his concoction of lava seltzer. So Gilligan has to take this concoction of lava seltzer and use his jetpack. As you can see, it says jetpack, just in case you're wondering what that fantastic device is on his back. And you have to take the jetpack, as the professor is pointing to, and you got to take it up there to get the lava seltzer into Kona so he does not erupt and kill everybody. So in order to accomplish this goal, all you have to do is look on the playfield. You have the professor's secret formula of lava seltzer. So you have to collect these ingredients, and once you collect them all, you can see it says equals Kona's volcanic relief. So Gilligan will dump it in Kona's mouth. He will not have any more indigestion, and everybody's happy and saved. So the way to collect these things, some of the items you only have to hit once, or some of these where they're designated with a 3 next to it, you'll have to hit 3 times. So for instance, first on the top left there, you have the 3 coconuts, and those are right here on the left side. So you got 3 targets. Each target has to be hit individually. Like, you can't just hit the middle target 3 times. You actually have to hit each individual target. That's one of the things I like about this game. Even though the rules are kind of simple, you actually have to move around the playfield and kind of use the entire playfield and hit, in different areas. So it takes a little bit of skill to actually get all of the targets hit, or maybe some luck too. So you have the pineapples there. Next up, you have the shells. The shells is right up the center here. So you got to go past a lagoon, and there's a blinking white light up there that says shell. So it goes kind of behind the volcano back there. Next up is the rope. And the rope is over here on the right hand side. You can see the rope drawn on the playfield as well as the insert that lights up. And you have to go past 1 switch and 2 switches. So if you only go halfway up and hit 1 switch, it will not count. You actually have to roll over both of them to collect the rope. That only has to be done once. And then over here you have the shrunken head. That is a target right here above the slingshot. You only have to hit that orange target once to light up the head and collect that. Pretty simple. 3 poached eggs. That is for the left orbit here where the turtle is. You hit it once and hit the turtle, he lights up, then you get the egg hatching, it's 2, and then finally the third one in the grass there. Or maybe it's backwards. I think it's grass, then it starts to hatch, then it becomes a turtle. Yeah, that's it. So it goes all 3 from bottom to top there. So that's the 3. You hit that 3 times. Then you have you gotta have the bananas to simmer the bananas. The bananas is the green target right here that lights the banana light. Pretty simple. And finally you need 3 coconuts, which are over here on the right hand side. And again, you have to hit each target, the left, the middle, and the right hand one to collect the coconuts. Now, once you collect all the ingredients, the entire game will go dark. All the lights will shut off except for this orange flashing arrow. Or it looks orange in the video, it's actually red. and that says the lava seltzer is brewing when flashing. So now you've made your lava seltzer, it's been brewed, you have it, and you need to drop it into the hole. So once you do that, it will go in the hole, and then it will go into the mode, the final kind of wizard mode, I guess, if you want to call it that. And what happens is the DMD will display Kona erupting. There's a flasher on top of his head that will start going off, and it'll start making some erupting sounds and whatnot, and then the ball will eject. So the ball comes down the rail right here, comes back to your flipper, and then the goal at that point is to go up into the island here. So the ramp, there's a ramp up here which will drop down, and you'll go up the ramp, and you can see. So the goal is to go through the jungle there, this little jungle turntable, and you go through the jungle and deliver the lava seltzer to Kona. Now this is a timed mode, and during that time, I can't remember, I think it's 30 seconds or 40 seconds, but it is adjustable in the settings. And during the time mode, you have to hit the ramp. So each time you go up the ramp, you will score points. So the first time you get 1 million, second time 2, third time 3, fourth time 4, fifth time 5 million, and then once all those arrows are lit, the treasure chest will start flashing. So the sixth time you go up the ramp, you will get the treasure, which is 50 million points, which is kind of cool, but it's also one of the complaints about the game is that it's pretty basic, because this game doesn't hand out a lot of points for hitting other things. If you just hit the targets, there's not a lot of other ways to score points, but if you can hit that 50 million, especially if you're playing, 2, 3, or 4 players, whoever hits that 50 million shot basically wins the game if the other player doesn't. So it's not a very well balanced game, so it does get a little bit of heat for that, but overall I think it's fun and challenging, just makes the other person have to try harder. I believe if you hit it repeatedly, you can do it up to 3 times and get 150 million. If you do hit it a 4th time, or after you hit it a 3rd time, the ramp will raise back up, so you cannot go into the volcano anymore. It'll kind of end the mode and start over. So from there, you just have to collect the ingredients again. So not terribly complex. One of the only other things you can do in the game is to earn points is Jungle Run. Jungle Run is lit here in the orange arrow there, and it is awarded if you land in the saucer up here, and you can light the red one in the middle there. If the red one is lit and you land in the saucer, it lights Jungle Run. And what happens in that instance is, again, the ramp will go down, and you go up the ramp, and each time you hit it, you will get additional points. So I think it's 500,000 per hit, and then the next time you get 1 million, then 1.5 million, then 2 million. And again, it's a timed event, and once the event runs out, you go back to normal scoring. But that's one of the only other ways to kind of earn extra points in the game. Also, it should be noted, one of the cool features of the game is this giant turntable of the jungle up here, and you can see that there's different paths. You got a curved path, you got a straight path, you got a short path, and an even shorter, like U-shaped path here, where the ball will come in and out. And what happens is when you're trying to feed the lava seltzer into Kona, when the ramp drops down, each time you make a shot, the wheel will turn, and you will have a different shot to make. So the point of that is, instead of one time when it goes up in the middle, it will bring the lava directly, or the lava seltzer directly to Kona. Then the ramp will turn, and the next time, the ball might come out on the right-hand side here. So therefore, you have to, the ball will travel down the right side, and you'll have to make the shot with the right flipper. And then maybe the ramp will turn again, and it'll go up the left side, and it'll come down the left rail here, and you'll have to make the shot with the left flipper. So it kind of brings some variation to the game, so you're not just repeatedly making that shot with the same flipper. It kind of forces you to use the other side of the flipper when it comes down to try and make that shot. So that's kind of interesting. It also does that in Jungle Run 2, where the ramp turns, and you can make multiple shots that way. So that's pretty much it as far as the game rules. Again, it's just it's pretty basic, but it's kind of fun, and it's challenging to try to hit all the targets, in one game and try to collect the lava seltzer. The music's good. It plays the song of Gilligan's in the beginning, but does not continue on. The music does not just play the Gilligan's theme song the entire game, so it doesn't really drive you crazy. And it talks to you too. So that's the Gilligan's Island. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.